Alright, hi you guys. Luna, if you want to sit on my lap, you have to stay still. Alright, you guys. I gave you the update on baby girl. She's good. Her ear's doing so much better. Now let's talk about me, shall we? Okay, I'm good. I'm good. Don't get it wrong. But man, it's just like one thing after another, right? One thing after another. I talked to you guys about it already, and that when I was in the car, I was going to take Luna to the vets. That the short-term disability got declined. For now, we shall see. But that is also messing with my FMLA. Short-term disability gets declined. The FMLA got declined because of how the doctor's office. It wasn't even the doctor that filled it out. It was one of his nurses. And they basically just told FMLA, short-term disability people, that basically I just had my wisdom teeth pulled out on the 22nd of February. They did not submit anything else on there, basically. And when I called the doctor's office, they said, yes, we did. And I'm like, well, that's not what they're saying, and that's why it was declined. You failed to put in there that even a week after my surgery, I was having a rough time talking. So you guys put me on steroids, and then the steroids messed with my mood, all of this. None of that. None of that. Because I asked the short-term disability people, they called me and let me know why it was declined. I'm like, can you tell me what they said? They said basically, you just went in for your appointment, and that was it. So they declined it because they said, well, we don't see any real reason why you should be out of work. Because usually for wisdom teeth, the amount of time that short-term disability usually says that a person should be out of work for a week. Okay, I was out for a week, but you figure that first week of being out is coming out of my vacation time. Well, besides all of that being declined and everything, I checked my PTO time. So I was supposed to have like 117 hours still left of PTO vacation time for the rest of this year. I started off with 240, y'all. 240. You guys know what my depression, especially during the winter, is not the best. And then you figure with my mouth situation, that's used up a week for vacation time right there. And on top of that, I've called out a couple of other days. So yeah. And the doctor doesn't want to cover it. He doesn't want to put me out of work. So I'm working through it. We got the meds. The meds seem to be working. And I think the volume is what's calming me down. And I'm thinking, I was giving myself props. I was like, ooh, Candace, you doing good. You're not getting stressed out no more of the situation. But then I was thinking about it. I'm like, ooh, it's probably the volume. It's a muscle relaxer, but it helps calm you because it also helps people out with anxiety. So here I am getting myself the pat on the back, and it may just be the medication. But regardless, y'all, I have like 54 hours of vacation time left. That's like a week. What is that? A week. Almost like a week and 2 days. Now my dilemma is I'm going to New York in April. That's a must. It's a Sunday through, I put it off from we're leaving Sunday, we're coming back Thursday, and I took off work for Thursday, so I may actually come back to work on Thursday, just so I'm only taking 2 real days off of work. So that can work, right? That can definitely work. So that's 16 hours. And then I have the Bahamas trip in May, and that's from a Monday through Friday. Now, I have Wednesdays off, so you figure that's Monday, Tuesday, Friday. So that's Thursday and Friday. So that's definitely going to be 4 days. Let's see. 8 times 4. So that's 32 hours right there that I definitely need. Plus what, the 2 real days for the New York trip in April. Well, I said that's 16 hours. So that puts me at 48 hours. I just want to make sure I have enough time for my trips, y'all. So that's 48 hours. Now, what else do I have? Okay, and then the trip to New York. Now, the reason I want to go to New York is because my nieces graduate, and I like to be there for, if they ask me to come to their graduation, I would like to be there. So if I'm at 54, what's 48 minus 54? That's only 6 hours. So what I may do is, because my son needs to be around his cousins, you know. So I may end up driving him up there, like a late night, and then coming back the following day or something, just to come back to work and go back up there. Because I think I do have July 4th off, so that's like a Thursday, so I could leave on a Tuesday after work. I'm off on Wednesday and pick him up, take my time coming back home. But you figure it's going to be very busy with people, you know, traveling for the holiday. But, you know, I will work everything out. Because worst comes to worst, what will end up happening is if I call out, it will be unpaid. Because at this point, I'm hoping that, and I think it may have been my manager who may have put this information in, because I left my timesheet undone for like a week and a half. Because I'm just like, I'm waiting. I'm not going to use my PTO because this stuff should be approved, you know? I don't think that this thing is not going to be approved, because when I explained the situation to FMLA, short-term disability people, they say, yeah, we wouldn't have a problem, but the doctor just has to say that in his paperwork. So I'm not stressing it, but, you know, it's just a shock that you have these vacations. Now, the one for New York is nothing like paid for, because I'll stay with my family and stuff like that, so that's not an issue. But making sure I can make it to my Bahamas trip, making sure I can make it to my New York trip, those things are paid for, you know. And yeah, I can cancel some of them out, but that's not what I want to do. This is not my issue. And so we'll see what this paycheck's looking like, because there is a week and a half. Basically, they put a week and a half of time on my my PTO that I never got paid for in that original paycheck. So if you're going to put it on there, you're going to have to pay me. So what happens with short-term disability? You're just going to pull the money back. So it's just like, and it's in limbo. And it could be in limbo for 30 days, they said. But man, it's just like one thing after another, y'all. But I'm going to go on my trips regardless. If I cannot stay in New York like that week that I wanted to stay in there, at least I'll be able to bring my son there, and he'll be around his cousins, and I'll see my family just shortly. But that's not what I wanted to do. It's been a rough year for me already. You know, it started from last year going into this year. It's just been rough. And then this comes up, and it's very, very stressful when it comes to your job. It comes to your pay. Vacations, yeah, those come and go, but you need that time to unwind. You know, my son needs that time to unwind. He does homeschool. Does he want to do homeschool? No. So next year he will be going back to real school. And it's just like, you just need that time to take a deep breath and come back brand new, you know, and that's what I want. So I know for a fact we'll be going on our trip. But I just wanted to update you guys. I went from 117 hours of vacation time down to 54. And I'm like, but I really think it's the volume that's making me so calm. I thought it was just myself, but it may just be the medication. But I just wanted to update you guys on my dilemma, like my trips, like what's going on. But so far, just thinking about it and talking it out with you guys. New York, I may just cut by one day. That's fine. And then Bahamas is a definite because I already paid for the airline ticket, so that's definitely gonna happen. But the New York trip, I was planning on being there for like a week, but I may just drop my son off. I've done that before. 2 years ago, I dropped him off and picked him up like a week later, and it was good. But I really want to see my family. I haven't seen them in like 2 years, so yeah, or a year and a half. Right now, it's been like a year and a half. So yeah, I want to see them, see all the kiddos, let them meet Luna. They haven't met Luna. But yeah, I really need to calm down with my spending. You know what? I'll go over it with you guys right now, just while we talking. Hold on. If you look at these, this is just me being in my feelings, y'all. Been eating out, totaled it up $63.80. Some of the food is not even on here because some of it I did pay cash. I had cash. So like when me and my son went to the FOSO, I did not put that on here because that was like money that I had for myself that I could do whatever I wanted to. If I wanted to pay a bill with it, I could. If I didn't want to, I didn't have to, which I didn't. I used it for couponing. But yeah, I mean, we went to Dunkin' Donuts today. We got my son McDonald's today, and I got Little Caesars for me. On the 21st, I got some more FOSO just for myself. It was like a lunch date just for myself before I started work. My son was still sleeping. We went to Wendy's on the 22nd, and we spent $21.86 there. I had got McDonald's for both me and my son. That was around $8 there. And we had got another Little Caesars pizza like yesterday. It's something that is soft. It's not a lot of chewing, but I did feel the pain after chewing it. Even though I'm supposed to be on soft foods, but I'm like, you're putting me on these meds. I should be able to chew. But yeah, afterwards, even though I'm chewing it really slow and whatever, yeah, it was $63.80 worth of food in like the past week. And I'll talk to you guys later. All right, bye. Alright, okay, so I thought I was going to leave, but I'm not. Some other things I wanted to talk to you guys about. I was debating what I was going to do with my hair. I washed my hair, I blow dried it, and then I was going to flat iron it. And I was like, nah, I don't want to flat iron it. I don't want to get heat damage. So I've been debating if I wanted to put braids in my hair or something, just something to switch it up because it's been a rough month, right? So, one other thing I've been thinking about is because I have not been basically working a lot, as you guys can see, I don't have a lot of extra income, right? So, not a lot of extra income. Next week when I get paid for Kohl's for this past week, I only have 5 hours. So, I think I mentioned to you guys before that for the month of April, whatever money I bring in, because I do have to have gas money and food money for when me and my son are in New York. So I'm thinking starting next week, I will start to just save up all of that extra income, whether small or not, from Kohl's. And if I pick up some hours at Amazon, I will just use that for me and my son's outing. Yeah, I've been tackling my Discover credit card, but at the end of the day, y'all, I'm not doing this just to pay off debt. It's just for me to get out the house, and it's gonna be nice just to have this extra money for whether it's small amount, $40, $45, just to be able to use it and really have a fun time on our trip and eat whatever we want. So yeah, I told you guys I was planning on starting that in April, but this next paycheck will be on the what? Will be on the 29th of March. So, yeah, I think that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to start with that paycheck. Using that for our outing and stuff like that. Oh my goodness. And I've been stressed, so I haven't been really eating at home because now, okay, I still got canned noodles, chicken noodle soup. I still got SpaghettiOs, but it gets old, you know. So yes, I got some pizza and stuff like that. And I really need to take a step back. Even though I am in my feelings, I really have to buckle down because this is $63.80. I have to put down those 2 new hauls that I did. Was it 2 hauls? Oh, from CVS. It was like $10, but I still have to add that to this amount. I mean, everything adds up. Like, yes, I did have money. I had like $160 to myself. And but it's just like sometimes, can you use this for something else? Oh yeah. Okay, never mind. You know what? I'm gonna do this in a separate video. Luna looking at me like, what she saying? Ooh yeah. About I'm gonna be doing something different for my cash envelopes. I'm kind of jealous of my son's cash envelope, so I'm gonna talk to you guys about that a little bit more. Actually, I'm gonna make myself a separate cash envelope just for myself. And I'll talk with you guys about it. And this is outside of my personal allowance because you figure my son gets his own allowance, I get my allowance. I should have a maintenance allowance. So that's what I think I want to do. I'll talk with you guys about that very soon, very soon. But yeah, these are just some updates. My dilemma about my trips. But talking it out with y'all, I'll be okay. It's just that New York, my family trip to New York may not really include me. It may just be me driving up there, dropping him off and picking him up. So, but so be it. This has nothing to do to interfere with him and his hard work that he has done. So, yes, as long as I get a trip in, me and him do have our trip, both trips to ourselves for April and May. But this June, July trip will definitely be nice because he may be able to stay up there longer than that, you figure, right? So that'd be nice for him. We'll see, y'all. We'll see. All right, but yeah, I'm definitely out this time. All right, bye.